Welcome back to Thoughts of Dr. Odds, where I explore the silent battles that shape our lives. Today's episode is about a battle that sneaks up on most of us, the war for our attention, our peace, and our mental clarity. I'm talking about social media. The endless scrolling, the constant flood of information, and the dopamine trap that keeps our minds overstimulated and our nervous systems on edge. Let's start with the science. Every time you scroll, your brain gets a tiny dopamine hit. You see something funny, dopamine. You read something outrageous, dopamine. You get a like, a comment, a message, dopamine. It's quick, it's easy, and it's addictive. But over time, this constant stimulation desensitizes your brain. You need more stimulation to feel the same satisfaction. You struggle to focus on anything that doesn't give instant gratification. Tasks that require patience, depth, or silence, like reading, writing, or even thinking, can start to feel boring. The result? A shorter attention span, lower motivation, increased anxiety, and restlessness. And here's the thing, most of us, we aren't even aware of how deeply it's affecting us. We just feel tired, distracted, and overwhelmed. I've had days where I've spent hours scrolling, jumping from one app to the next, thinking I was just passing time, when in reality I was mentally exhausting myself. Now, let me speak candidly. I spent years deeply immersed in social justice, Pan-Africanism, and Rastafari ideology. I shared content, debated online, and stayed constantly informed. But there's a dark side to being woke in the digital age. Now, here's what I noticed. The more aware I became of injustice, inequality, and corruption, the more helpless I felt. I started internalizing the weight of the world's problems. I believed that caring deeply made me a better person. But all it really did, was leave me burnt out and bitter. Woke culture, in its current form, can fuel outrage and identity-based conflict without really offering solutions or healing. Now, this is my opinion. You're constantly exposed to trauma, arguments, and headlines that trigger emotional responses, but rarely lead to any real action. It can also create a false sense of moral superiority, which masks deeper feelings of guilt, shame, and powerlessness. And if you're not careful, your social media feed can become a curated stream of stress and suffering, a digital battlefield that you never leave. The constant exposure to injustice and pain can damage your nervous system, and if you're already dealing with anxiety or depression, can only make it worse. So I had to ask myself, is being informed making me better or just more broken? Once I realized how much social media was affecting my mood, my focus, my overall well-being, I knew I had to take control of my digital habits. So these were the boundaries that I started to put in place. No phone for the first and last hour of the day. I found that really helpful. Starting and ending the day with peace has changed everything. Instead of scrolling in bed, I now try to read, stretch, or journal. I turned off all non-essential notifications. If your phone buzzes every time somebody posts or comments, you're conditioning your brain for distraction. I try to focus on one screen at a time. So no scrolling while watching TV, eating, or working. I try my best to be present in whatever I'm doing. I follow people who uplift and I mute the people who drain. Curating your digital environment like you would your physical one can go a very long way. Setting a daily time limit for social media apps. Even 30 to 60 minutes of intentional strolling is better than mindless hours. Taking digital detox days. Some weekends I delete all social media apps. The mental clarity and calm I feel is unreal. So the goal isn't to completely disconnect, it's to reclaim control. Social media is not inherently evil, it's a tool. But like any tool, it can either be used with purpose or allowed to cause damage. If you're feeling anxious, unfocused, or emotionally drained, look at your scrolling habits. What are you feeding your mind every day? Is it making you more present, more clear, more connected to real life? Or is it keeping you angry, distracted, and numb? Your mind deserves stillness. Your nervous system deserves rest. And your attention is one of the most valuable things you own. Don't give it away so easily. That's it for today's episode. If it makes you think, please send it to someone who might need to take their power back from the scroll. Until next time, take care of your mind, take care of your body, and take control of your story.